Welcome to ExoFutures Knowledge Nuggets, short, practical thought leadership for busy leaders. I'm Liesel van Rooyen from ExoFutures. In this Knowledge Nugget, we feature Fabrice Testa, who explores a powerful leadership question. Are you optimizing the past or building the future? This session looks at the shift from 10% improvement to 10x thinking and why the questions leaders ask today shape the future their organizations are able to build. Over to Fabrice.
I am Fabrice Testa. I am from Luxembourg. I'm an entrepreneur, author, and speaker. And much of my work has focused on helping founders and leaders think bigger, act with discipline, and build ventures that create meaningful impact. I'm pleased to share this short ExoFutures knowledge nugget with you. Most leaders are working harder than ever. They are improving processes, adding tools, responding to market pressure, and trying to make their organizations more efficient. And that work matters. But in an age of AI, exponential technologies, new platforms, shifting customer behavior, and faster business model change, there is a deeper question every leadership team must ask. Are we optimizing the past or are we building the future? That question separates linear leadership from exponential leadership, because the question is no longer only how do we improve by 10%. The question is what would need to be true for us to create a 10x shift. The world is changing faster than most organizations are designed to respond. Markets are shifting. Customer behavior is changing. AI is accelerating decision-making, automation, product development, and service delivery. And many organizations are still trying to respond with structures, processes, and leadership habits built for a slower world. That is a leadership problem. Exponential change often starts quietly. It looks manageable. It looks far away. It can even look irrelevant. Then suddenly the industry changes. A new competitor appears. A platform scales. A customer expectation shifts. A business model that once felt safe starts to look fragile. Linear leadership tries to keep improving what already exists. Exponential leadership asks whether the current model is still the right model for the future. This is the shift from 10% thinking to 10x thinking. 10% thinking asks, how do we improve this? It starts with the current model. It focuses on optimization, cost reduction, efficiency, and incremental performance. There is nothing wrong with that. Every organization needs operational discipline. But 10x thinking asks a different question. It asks, what would need to be true? What would need to be true to serve customers 10 times better? What would need to be true to make this faster, simpler, more scalable, more accessible, or more valuable? What would need to be true if we were not limited by the assumptions of the current model? That is why 10x leadership is not just about ambition. It is about changing the quality of the question. One reason leaders underestimate exponential change is that exponential curves are deceptive. Linear change is easy to understand. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. We can see it, we can predict it, we can manage it. Exponential change behaves differently. At first, it looks slow, it looks small, it may even look unimpressive. This is a deceptive phase. But once the curve begins to break away, change accelerates quickly. That is the disruptive phase. By the time the disruption is obvious, it is often already too late to respond calmly. This is why leadership teams cannot wait until the curve is obvious. They need to build the habit of asking exponential questions earlier. In my work with entrepreneurs and innovators, I often see that the first barrier is not technology. It is the size of the question we are willing to ask. Small questions create small strategies. Small strategies protect the current model. And when the current model becomes the center of the conversation, organizations can become very good at improving yesterday, but the future is not built by simply defending what already exists. The future is built by leaders who are willing to ask larger, more uncomfortable, more meaningful questions. What problem are we really solving? What assumption are we protecting? What is becoming possible now that was impossible before? And what question is too small in our organization right now? Here is a practical reflection. Think about your organization, your team, or your own area of leadership. Start with one current 10% focus. What are you trying to optimize, improve, fix, or make more efficient right now? Then ask what assumption is being protected. Is there a belief, habit, process, structure, or business model that everyone keeps treating as fixed? And then ask the 10x question, what would need to be true for this to become radically better? What could become possible if we leverage AI, data, platforms, automation, communities, networks, partnerships, and other exponential enablers to create a 10x shift? You do not need to have the full answer immediately, but you do need to ask the better question, because better question open better strategic options. To help you apply this, we have created the 10x leadership reflection sheet. It is a short practical tool to help you identify one area where you may be stuck in 10% thinking, challenge the assumption behind it, and reframe it into a stronger 10x leadership question. Download the reflection sheet and use it with your team. Then join us for the free Becoming an Exponential Organization webinar on 9 July 2026. In that session, we will go deeper into how exponential thinking become organizational transformation. And for executive teams ready to move from insight to strategic decision making, the Exponential Enterprise on 22 September 2026 is the deeper executive decision environment. Start with a bigger question, then build the future your organization is capable of leading.
Thank you for watching this ExoFutures Knowledge Nugget. Start with a bigger question, then build the future your organization is capable of leading. You can download the free 10x Leadership Reflection Sheet, register for the free Becoming an Exponential Organization webinar on 9 July 2026, and learn more at exofutures.africa. In the next Knowledge Nugget, Fabrice explores Jump the S-Curve Before You Plateau, a practical reflection on why leaders must keep learning before they are forced to change.